What's up, everybody? It's your boy Green Rhino. UFC 297. Whoa, what a card, guys! What a card! I'm telling you, man. Dricus Duplessis, DDP. I told you he was gonna win. I told you it was a close fight, but let's look at it. Let's review the whole card. Let's see the biggest moments. But any which ways, DDP did it. Came back to Africa. Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Green Rhino, the Big G, and you're now rocking with MMAAFRICA. Let's go! So the UFC 297 stats review. Neil Magny was a highlight today, man. Whoa, Neil Magny surprised everybody today. We're very happy for him. The first UFC pay-per-view for 2024 went down on Saturday at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. In the main event, highly ranked middleweight Dricus Duplessis took the 185 title from Seanstrickland. Man, we love Sean. You know, he really gave it to that reporter today, but you know, Dricus had to bring it back to Africa, to South Africa. You know, I'm sure the South Africans are very excited. Meanwhile, the co-headliner saw the UFC veteran Rachel Paddington capture the vacant women's bantamweight belt with a decision over Mayra Bueno Silva. I lost that one too. I lost that prediction. I thought Mayra Bueno Silva was going to take it home. But you know, the OG veteran Paddington makes his heart. That's what I call her over here, man. She never gives up. You know, she fights till the end. She couldn't be bullied. She brought it home. I can't even be sad. I'm happy for her. You know, took her chance, changed her family's life, stayed one of the longest winning streaks in the UFC. You know, an MMA legend. You know, pioneering for women in the MMA industry and sport. Man, we love you. Keep it a new champion. Also, the UFC 297 broke records for live gates for a Canadian arena event. Yeah, you know. Total fights was 12. They had 12 fights in this fight. The unanimous decision was 3. Split decisions was 4. TKOs and KOs was 2. 3 submissions. You know, weight misses was 2. Lazy fighters. Middleweight title 1. Total knockdown landed, I think, was 2. Total submission was so much attempts, I think, was 17. I think total significant strikes was 3,345. Total significant strike landed was 1,635. Total significant head strikes landed was 1,662. So from that fight, what did we take on from DDP, right? First round, man, I think DDP had that. Sorry, not DDP. I think Seanstrickland had it in the first round because, you know, he was sticking with those jabs like boop, boop. You know how Sean is, man. He was giving it to him with those jabs. You know, DDP's face was ugh. But you know, I was kind of worried after the fight that because of the damage DDP had, but although Seanstrickland was also battered and bruised, the fight was, because these days they pay more attention to visual damage. I don't know. I think that's good because, you know, if it's in a real fight, it's the person that is more battered that loses the fight, you know. But secondly, DDP was, you know, throughout the fight, what he has been doing was able to close the distance, make the reads. In the second round, I gave it to DDP. You know, Dana and a lot of people had it 2-2 going into the 5th round. But I think in the 3rd round was the round his coach, Seanstrickland coaches didn't like, where DDP had him there. But in the 5th round, man, I had it for DDP. I think the tail of this fight was the tail of takedowns. I think it was the takedowns that made the difference in this fight because it was very close in striking. That's what happened. What do you guys think? I also want to talk about the Neil Magny against Mike Malone. You know, that he got TKO'd at round 3 in like almost 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go, 15 seconds to finish the round. Meanwhile, the guy was beating, he was supposed to be the next Jean-Pierre, But wishing him good though. Malone is gonna come back. I hope I'm pronouncing. I know I butchered that name. He's gonna come back strong. He's still a young fighter. This is his first loss ever. It's gonna be hard on him, but he's gonna come back like, you know, he's obviously a talented fighter. You know, he needs to go back and rebuild. You know, he was very cocky in the pre-fight, saying he's gonna finish. But Neil Magny is an old dog, man. He has one of the highest amount of wins in the UFC. So I could see how he thought he had the fight in the bag. You know, in Gary just went and dismantled those leg kicks but I think Neil Magny found a way around it and, you know, ended him in the fight. I think his cardio was the one that got him, man. His cardio was the one that got him in that fight, really. Noteworthy statistical fights from the UFC 297. Shortest 3-round fight, Sam Peterson stops Johan Lanissis at 2 minutes 3 seconds of this round 1 via submission. Latest finish in round 3 fight by Neil Magny stops Mike Malone in 4 minutes 45 seconds of round 3 via TKO. Most takedown landed. Dricus Duplessis lands 6 takedowns on 11 attempts versus Seanstrickland. Most submission attempts. Jimmy Flicks with 4 submission attempts. Most knockdown landed. 2 fighters with 1 knockdown each. Ramon and Travers, Jasmine and Jazz Davicus. Oh, that name was murdered, guys. My bad. I gotta do better. Most significant strike landed in the 3rd round fight. Chris Curtis landed 140 significant strikes on 258 attempts versus Mark Andre. Generally, what do I think about this card? You know, UFC put on a great fight for this card. There was a reporter in Canada who was trying to bait people into all this LGBTQ topics, and we're here to listen to fights. We're not here to protest. We just want to be entertained. But apart from people always trying to bait Dana and Sean into all those questions, it was an awesome card, man. Like, you know, I liked the fact that Sean was able to do what he did. It also shows how good Sean is. Dricus' game plan was awesome because he didn't let Sean, you know, dictate the fight by pushing him backwards. He kept Sean on the back foot. That's the best place you want to keep Sean. You don't want him pushing forward. That's where Israel Adesanya messed up. Because, you know, he didn't mess up. Israel is a counter fighter, so he was trying to wait to counter. We all know how Izzy does. So that's where he messed up in that fight. But we know, you know, Izzy's going to come back stronger. And DDP versus the Style Bender. What do you guys think about that fight? Because that's who DDP called out. Dricus said he wanted this Israel Adesanya, our Nigerian brother. South Africa versus Nigeria. Let's go. We'll see if it's going to be. What do you guys think about that fight? UFC 300. I know I like Adesanya, man, but that's a serious fight for him, man. I think DDP will win, but I'm going to put my money on Adesanya. You know, Adesanya is my it's my bread and butter on this channel, you know. But well, that's all, folks. Like, subscribe. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep giving you videos every day, every time, anywhere you go. It's the Green Rhino Network on All with Green Rhino on MMA Africa. Booyaka! Signing out.